Never know what we might give away. Go into the bay. It's on the wall. We got lots of connectors and screws and bolts and nutserts and all the good stuff. Heat shrink, and never know what you might need for an install. I got the heater on, quite a few people in here right now, but we're going to walk through what we do to a car when it comes into our facility. So the first thing is we actually do a complete checklist on the vehicle. We go through every electrical circuit on the car, make sure it's fully operational. We'll note anything that we find astray, and then we do the same process when the vehicle's done and it gets to leave. So you'll know if you have a bulb out or if there's something non-functional in the vehicle. So once it comes in, we open the hood, it gets connected to a charger, or it's actually a maintainer. So it'll sit here and maintain at 14.2. So basically the battery thinks that the car is just running the whole time it's being worked on. Of course we use fender mats. We'll use lots of tape also, as you'll see. It's all the door jambs. Any place that we're going to be getting in and out of a lot will be completely taped off. So we don't have to worry about rubbing or anything like that. Let me try to refocus again. Alright. So this car, some of you may remember. I'll get the lights turned on here. So we have 3 Audison SR amplifiers and a custom acrylic amp rack. It's a pretty neat one. It's a new Impala Super Sport. In the back we have 3 Hertz high energy 12s. So we showed you that good, better, best scenario up on the wall, and that helped this gentleman decide exactly which route he wanted to go. So he picked aluminum mesh. Is basically the best. You know, we have acrylic insert pieces, of course with Impala embossed onto it, and then 3 flush mount Hertz high energy 12s. And there's the acrylic bases for the amplifiers. So we tape and paper all the trunk openings. And then any piece that gets taken out of the car will be put onto a rack for that particular vehicle. And we label all our bins here. So when you start taking out bolts and screws and whatnot, they go into their specific bin. So when we go to reassemble the vehicle, we know exactly where all the nuts and bolts are and which one goes where, and nothing gets left over. The cart also has a few extra shelves. One will be for product. The bottom 2 are typically for the panels and pieces that get pulled out of the vehicle. So everything sits on the cart. It's not sitting on the floor. It's not sitting on top of the car. You know, it's not. I don't have metal clips and stuff sitting on leather seats. So that's how that gets done. Same thing, bay number 2. Maintainer, fender mat, tape, cart. Just the way it works. We'll have product on top. This BMW 3 Series is getting Hertz high energy 6.5 inch mid bases, 3 inch cone mid range, and HT25 tweeters, and a Viper remote start security system. Tape on the trunk. It's a previous work we've done, so it's got 2 Hertz high energy 10s firing up through the rear deck lid, custom acrylic centerpiece that's edge lit, little vinyl work, an insert piece, my roll cart, actually Micah's roll cart. So we work with, each particular tech has their own roll cart along with their full toolbox. So this will be the tools they use the most, like Micah's shoes, but we'll have our pliers and strippers and screwdrivers, solder, butane, all that stuff in here. And then it just goes with us from car to car. Another cart getting ready to go into a vehicle full of product, full bow chase setup. Another cart. Sorry, Ben. Over here we have our wall of interconnects and amplifier power kits. This is the wall we actually pull off of, so everything that's up in the front of the store stays there, and then the tech will come back here, and according to whatever's on his invoice ticket for that particular vehicle, we'll come back here and pull it all off. So full assortment of Audison connection, interconnects, and distribution. We have our storage racks. What goes here is anything that's too big to fit on a cart will come here and just get stored. We also have an old display over there in the corner, a couple of chairs and stools. So that's our bays. 4-car installation bay. So the first room we'll show you is a trim room. So we're any final assembly, detail work, small detail work, and of course wrapping will be done in here. We have our carpet corner, large assortment of vinyl, all our glues and epoxies, refocus, everything like that is stored on that wall. And then we have our actual trim table. Basically it's just a birch top, 2.5 inches thick, and then we do a paper on top of it, and we continually repaper this table. Usually gets done beginning of the week, of course, and then about every other day it'll get new paper on it. So everything's clean. This is just showing you some aluminum pieces we've been working on. It's all aluminums. Everything's milled in-house. This is all done here on a router table by a human. Cool stuff. Large assortment of vinyl books. Pretty much match whatever you got. Even if it's not already here, we can have it here by the time your vehicle's finished. So underneath we have a little laundry basket, and this is scrap pieces. It's actually got some carbon fiber in it right now. The scrap pieces that are large enough to, like, whatever you cut off and it's large enough to use again, we just toss it in there instead of rolling it up into a ball and shoving it behind that piece of vinyl over there. So everything will go inside there, and then if we can use it, we will. If it sits in that basket too long, it gets tossed in the round file. We have lockable cabinets over here. All our tape assortments up top. Lockable cabinets are going to be paint, lots of sim paint, all sorts of colors, cleaners, all that's in this one. The other cabinet's actually fiberglass cabinet, all the leftover junk, so nothing too fancy. Body filler, Cabasil, lacquer thinner, rags, blah blah blah. No magic dust in that one. Fiberglass rolls. We're gonna have to liven this up a little bit here. I'm sure this video's drawn out by now, almost 30 minutes long. We've got a fiberglass cart. Whenever we go to a vehicle to do a fiberform enclosure, this cart goes with us. It has everything we need on it, and it just makes it real simple when everything's in one place. Last door inside the trim room is air compressor. Well, that's some air lines, air hoses, yada yada yada. Let's go in the wood shop. So currently this serves as our wood shop, along with we're doing some welding in here. we were actually setting up an entire room for metal fabrication, but at the moment it's our kitchen. So we're gonna have to dismantle the kitchen and turn that into our metal fabrication room. So what we have up here is a whole lot of templates, all plastic pieces on this wall anyway. Gives us a variety of shapes that we can manipulate together instead of just using like a roll of tape as your radius or soda can like a lot of us have done in the past. This gives us a wide variety of different shapes. Then we put these shapes together to make new shapes. You won't see any of these shapes, particular shapes, put straight into a vehicle. We like to blend stuff together to make new shapes. On the back wall above the router table, all our drills, clamps. On the shelf here we have all the tools necessary to adjust and remove all the routers below it. So we'll have the tools for the lift and whatnot, and then a variety assortment of router bits, and then our 4-bay router table. There's actually a trough behind it that the dust gets shot into, and then we vacuum. It just vacuums from there. Our welding bench, table, a plasma cutter, and a MIG. Some air tools. Wood storage. So we'll have 3/4, half, quarter, and eighth. And then up here we have a little piece Micah's working on. It's actually an enclosure for the Audi. That's the beginning stage of where this all goes. Underneath the table saw, chop saws, metal chop saw, hand router, staplers, our wood sticks, and our scrap wood bin, little pieces and whatnot. Of course, we use a saw stop table saw. And I believe that is it for our walk around. Anything else you guys want to see again, please comment. And I will do my best to make a video of that particular piece and go in depth. But thank you for watching our walkthrough of Sonus. And if you're in the area, please stop in when we show you firsthand. Have a good day. Thanks.